And just like that, guys, I can say that we're live here for the Jeddah Formula Student Grand Prix. It's amazing to be back here. I'm Van, broadcast the race for you again. As you guys can see right now, we're looking at the preview of the trophy that the drivers will be fighting for here today. This time I haven't put my prediction in, but yeah, as you guys can see, here's the trophy here. Yeah, I'm not spoiling it this time. And yeah, this is absolutely lovely to see the trophy. Of course, very well done by my friend Diego, who has designed this trophy. But I think we should look at the more important thing here, and that is the championship standings as of so far. Of course, Goose dominated race 1, taking the dub in race 1 at Bahrain. Fulvio Finis came in second, hopefully trying to tighten up the gap between first and second. Sabuil in P3 and Jason in P4. That Bulgarian rivalry was sure to spice up, I think, today. Nassim in P5. Unfortunate race for him. Hope he'll try to bounce back here as he loves this circuit. Juan in P6. Hopefully he does well again. One of the rookies in this series, so hopefully he does well. Rafael Oliveira, one of the debutants as well himself. In P7, doing a pretty good job. Ethan Mills had a bit of a mare really last time around, but he still came around for 4 points. Antonio Carrera, same for him really, in P9, and Niels in P10. And that's your standings rundown for today's race. So yeah, it's gonna be quite interesting to see who's gonna come out on top. Now I wanna see everybody in the chat put the race winner here. I wanna see who you guys think will win in the chat. I wanna see it. Can we get some message? Can we get some predictions in the chat? Maybe your top 3, maybe only a race winner. Feel free to send your predictions in the chat. But yeah, it's lovely to be back here again commentating on these races. And yeah, it's great to be here. As you guys can see the standings. Yeah, and also you guys can see the trophy right here. The absolutely lovely trophy our drivers are going to be fighting for. And yeah, I do have to agree with the chat that the TBD has really fought very hard to secure the trophy, but it's going to be given to another driver today, and that's going to be decided very shortly as the server is launching any minute now. We're still waiting on the server to go up. Hopefully it should be pretty much very soon, pretty much in a minute or so, as you guys can stare at the lovely trophy that has been made by the Formula Student team. So yeah, it's lovely to be back here anyways again. How have you guys this weeks have been? Mine has been up and down, or as the French say, comme ci comme ça. And yeah, how has you guys this week been? For me, it's been, I've been looking forward to commentating again. I do love commentating on these races. It's a lot of fun for me. So yeah, as we jump up to 11 viewers, hello to all the 11 viewers who are hopefully coming from the Spanish stream. Hola, mi amigos. And yeah, as we wait for the server to be launched any minute now. And it is up, ladies and gentlemen. The race server is up, and we're joining right now as we speak. Ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely unbelievable this here. And it has worked for first time. First time me linking and joining the server has worked, ladies and gentlemen. So we're making progress. 2 weeks in a row, no issues joining the server, which is lovely. With 21 cars signed up, we're gonna see how many watts you take to the grid today. There's definitely gonna be, I think, a little bit more than there were at Jeddah. Not Jeddah. Bahrain, my bad. So yeah, as we race here on Jeddah, as we wait to load into the session and get you on the feed, and it should be any minute now. We're hoping for that anyway, and we're waiting, we're still waiting. Baby shark, and I think we are in the server right now, hopefully without any issues, you would hope. And we are in the server, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the server, and again the conditions are on a bit of the overcast side, as this is the worst. The timing they could have chosen for FPS, but yeah. But anyway, it's very black here as the seam exits the final corner, and the driver's gonna go on as the seam takes for his first lap for turns 1 and 2. Yeeting that chicane, hitting that curb. They got stuff now towards turn 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with lower breakage. Turn 9 now, the left-handed turn 10, turn 11. As he head towards the turn 12 section here, let's see how he does it. And he takes a bit of a middle line, taking the back to the inside. Bigger stuff now, double stuff with the this is 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Oh, he's hit the inside. That is an absolute dramatic crash, and he's back in the pits. That was a very dramatic crash there for the driver, and I'm sure that he will be a-okay. As this is him. Let's see Fulvio. He does that section relatively well. Now heading towards turn 26. And now heading towards turn 27. The final corner of the circuit. 5th gear. Very nice on the throttle and in. Let's see what his provisional lap time is. Guska said a minute 2. Let's see what Felix will do. And I think it was an invalid lap time. Ooh, that was a little bit too much speed. Go with him. Fulvio has spun, ladies and gentlemen. You don't see that often. Fulvio has spun it around. You don't see that very often indeed. As you can see now, we're both good for dominant here in the orbit camera right here. We can actually go around his car and see him in bird's eye view if you guys would like to. And yeah, it's looking like a very stalking lap indeed from Guzman Double. As you can see, look at how close he's getting to the barriers as he slows down to let Phoenix by, I think. I'm not sure what he's doing that. Maybe he didn't feel like it was on a good lap, and he tried to save some space for him. And yeah. So now we switch to the on-site TV cameras here as Goose will cross the line to start another qualifying, not qualifying lap. This is going to be a practice simulation. That he will be doing, as Samuel is right now out there. As this is the final corner, and I think he will be starting his lap currently. Yes, I think he will. As he goes with a minute one, show his destiny proof as we go in the nose cam here. This is a very interesting track. And oh, we've gotta check some from lows, and it's quite unusual as Nassim just completely cutting the chicane there to avoid damage on his car by hitting the tire barriers. But yeah, Losey with a checksum issue. Hopefully he'll be able to join us or rejoin us in this race, because he'll be quite a welcome addition to the races. And I do have a little bit of info on Losey. He is a Spanishman, raced in the Breaking Point Racing MX5 series, did relatively well in there, so hopefully he'll be making a very good step up in the bonus. Oh, Nassim hits the tire barrier again! Nassim with 2 mistakes in a row. That is quite uncanny for him. I'm not sure what's wrong with his setup currently. Hopefully he doesn't have a poor qualifying like his like Lewis Hamilton did 20 minutes, not 20 minutes ago. It was like 2 hours ago. But yeah. Rizvadomile currently going purple right now as we speak. And he's hitting those corners pretty well, I must say so myself. Look how low the car gets. Look at that. Just pure commitment through there. Just commitment. That is some bravery to take that corner in that much speed. As he goes towards the final corner, take it as much to the outside into the inside now. He's gonna finish his lap. Let's see what his lap time is gonna be. Is it gonna be an improvement? I think it will be. Nope, it was not, because it seemed like it was invalidated. But as you can see now, he's having another crack at it as we switch on both Nassim Rula. And also Pablo Almona has a checksum issue. That is not good to see, of course. They need to install the right track or the right car, clearly. As Nassim starts another lap here, let's follow him on borders. Ethan Mills just spits out on the circuit. Oh, and he's already not familiar with the track, with the circuit, you would suppose, but can't really blame him. It's just this circuit is just lots of blind left rights, left right. It's lots of blind left rights. As I try to get my point across, but yeah, and the same currently going green, which is good to see. Iker Mahavir has loaded into the server, which of course Iker has driven, I believe, in Formula Student before. He has done quite well in past experiences, and he's now back to get some more success in the series. Maybe potentially get the P1, P2 or P3 trophy. As Nassim right now is 4 tenths down in his yellow for his postal sector. But final corner, let's see, is he going to be an improvement or not? He has to wait for him to cross the line. Will it be an improvement? As I just noticed that Phoenix and Goose are 100 separate each other in practice. Wow. Well, they're certainly neck and neck here. Both drivers. They're going to be both pushing it to the edge, you would suppose. There's Goose. Oof, a little bit of offline for there, I think. Take 5th gear instead of 6th. So let's see what happens. So he's gonna back off a little bit, I think, to start a lap. Yep, he is. So he takes a little bit of a better exit. There's a qualifier lap, but Squanger Marshall see the tire barriers there, and I'm assuming he will be teleporting it back to the pits as I have CPU past the 99%. That is not good. That is very much not good, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. This one stop the circuit again, as I'm gonna take this time to take a little bit of a drink. And lots of drivers with checksum issues. I'm not sure why that is happening. I think it will be the circuit. I think it must be the cars they haven't downloaded yet, but I've yet to see. What a lovely camera angle from the cameraman right there. Couldn't see his first circuit, and as Goose Vlamman is in the pits, so fuck him out of crash. Samuel is spun again! Samuel has spun it again! Samuel is very error happy right now. He has to improve that going into qualifying. He really does. He's clearly struggling. Look at him. Can't keep on the island for this. It's like he's driving for the first time the circuit, which I highly doubt that it is, but he really needs to get his mojo back if he wants to perform well and beat his experienced countryman on the keyboard, Jason Milanoff. That section is completely flat. Oh my goodness, man! I didn't realize that was flat. That must be insane, and this corner especially is probably the most insane out of all of them, really. The thing about the seams line is like he goes wide a little bit prematurely into the corner, which I found really interesting about his line through that for the final corner. Maybe that's the strategy to go and the leader should follow him in or not, but can't give you too much advice as Samuel is now a second and a half slower, and as we got Ethan Mills. Oh, don't say right there on circuit. Oh my goodness, it's a very big shot between Rafaela and Mills. A very, very big shot between both drivers right there. Oh no, that was a very poor rejoin from Ethan there. Thank God it was practice. If that was the race, you would have given it, that was qualifying, that was then second grid place penalty. But yeah, that looked like a big one indeed. Doesn't see him right now. He's riding high. Two greens. He's going for his personal best lap times right now at 6 p.m. here at Bahrain. As he crosses the final corner, let's see what his lap time is gonna be. And it's gonna be a 59.7, which puts him in P4 right now, just behind Jason. And look at the gap between even Juan in P5, like I said, a bit of a debutant in this championship. Was Iker is the pits. I thought he might have spun it, but Juan, a bit of a debutant in this series, has done really well so far in this championship. He has adapted very quickly to the style of racing here at Formula Student, which is great to see new debutants come in. You know, maybe soon we'll begin the French dominance with Iker and Juan dominating things here at Formula Student, but we're just uncertain right now. As Christian Libenoff is on circuit as well. He's again the returning driver, I do believe. He couldn't join us for the last weekend, but from his last performance, I remember, I think it must have been the season finale, or I think it might have been last time I remember him driving, must have been Qatar, where he had not the best experience. As Fulvio Finis goes fastest now with a 59.3, and that is quite fast of him. He's setting the pace right now, which is very good to see, of course. As number 4, Jason Milanoff, who's trying to follow Juan Gomash. Let's see how he takes on this lap. Look at that beautiful camera shot as he exits under the tunnel. Let's see what he could potentially do on his keyboard. I'm sure he's tapping that mouse button very eagerly. As you can see, his inputs are not the smoothest. You can clearly tell that those inputs are from a keyboard. I do believe I said Spanish to Temtem, but I could be wrong, and if I am, so I'm very sorry. Yeah, as Christian Libenoff has been into the barrier through there, it's quite interesting as Samuel crosses the line to start another lap. Let's see his final minutes of practice and how well he does. Hopefully he does very well in his bid to potentially improve his lap time and, you know, try to do his best as he can. Of course, you know, he wants to be the #1 Bulgarian in his rivalry, so yeah, let's just go on point with him. As you can see, it's a little bit quiet right now on his onboard. Oh, look at that, 130 kilometers per day. Ooh, does he get the timer? Oh yes, he does it! I think that's a massive shunt there for Samuel. And Juan is also parked in for there as well. The drive, Samuel is very error prone, which is of course is not good. It could potentially lead to a massive accident on lap 1 if he does that mistake. So he must, you know, get a little bit more experience to the circuit in qualifying. Try to get more consistent as possible. He goes to the pace to go. Follow with Rafael Oliveira. Does he improve? No, he does not. That's his practice over. Let's go on a board with Antonio Carrera, who has just started his lap. He carries in the barrier as well himself. So Oliveira is in the pit. So now we're really waiting on Antonio Carrera to finish his lap. And then we could get into qualifying, which will definitely be the maddest part of this weekend for sure. As Antonio did a practice stop for there. Excuse me. Yeah, he did a practice stop for there, and that's your practice so far. Fulvio Phoenix saying the lap times. Goose following a minute second, and Samuel third. Just like the championship order, yeah, of sorts. The top 3 again. The top 3 who are responsible in a way for the championship fight as it is right now. Yeah, as we wait for 20 seconds for qualifying to start, and hopefully we should be getting the show very shortly. In 20 seconds, now 15 seconds, the show, we will qualify as one, as if I'm not properly say. So yeah, let's hope that no glitches happen and we can have a nice qualifying session. As the countdown has crossed, and it is indeed time for qualifying. As look at the drivers racing each other to the pit lane, and it seems like Jorge is the car that's leading the pack right now. This section, look at them, they're going ready flat out. Look at that! Look at that! There's been a spinner! And also, I believe that's Jorge right there, the pacer that has already spun it. He was very careful how he joins the circuit. And he does so very, very delicately, as he even drives over the wheels to make sure that he is safe and he slows down. The drivers are very ratty. Look at the training qualifying already to gain track position or slipstream or whatever they want to do, chasing each other. That is, wow, it's like, I think this guy's misunderstood that this is qualifying, not the race. Oh my goodness me. Then the scene second goose. Juan is backing out a little bit. Give himself some more space to Iker Mahavi as the drivers are slowing down currently. And we're gonna go on board with Phoenix for the first round of laps to see how well he does. As he has the final corner right there with a little bit of traffic in front of him, but let's see how well he does. Now, turn 1 and 2, very good. Turn 3, again pretty solid. Heading into turn 4, turn 5, turn 6. Very well on turn 7, very beautiful. Turn 8, turn 9, turn 10. Very good stuff. Turn 11, very good. Turn 12, very good. Turn 13, just an extra corner, really. Don't have to worry about it. Turn 14, and now I do believe of this 27 corner circuit. Very well taken for the banking. Turn 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And 21 have been just taken, I do believe. And now we head towards the 22 and 23 corner. Oh my goodness, he chucked that car in for that turn 24. Negotiated just fine. Turn 25, very well done as well. Turn 26, very well. She got us to go now towards turn 27. And next is the corner. Let's see what his first lap time is going to be. Some will say it's a 90. No, let's see what's going to be fastest anyway. Will it be Phoenix or Goose? Oh my god, Phoenix goes 2 times faster. We got a car, that's the same, I do believe, numbing the tires at the apex of the corner there. So, yeah, very, very interesting stuff. I can't lie. Very, very interesting. Very interesting how the race, this qualifying session is developing right now. As for Phoenix right now, let's see how he does. He seems to be 5 tenths down his lap, so maybe he will abort his lap. As Jed, we got a driver there spinning. And of course, that's not great. As I hope we just got a new follower. Thank you for the follow to whoever that might have been. Let me check. Thank you to Nick Sana for the follow. And yeah, Iker revving in third gear, exiting the pit lane. Hopefully there is no cars behind him. No, there is not. He is clear as the circuit all to himself as right now on the speakers. Phoenix crosses the line. I think he's gonna improve, but let's see, is he gonna improve? Nope, he does not. Will Goose improve? Nope, he definitely won't improve. Samuel right now is crossing to start another qualifying lap right now. Through. Whoa! Oh my goodness, that he lost it very quickly. A bit too much brave, a little bit too less. Steering angle. Jorge has spun it for the final corner as Jason is in the pits himself. And my engine got hurt somehow. I'm not sure how, but there we go. As Antonio Carrera right now in the pits. Oh, Jorge there with a very, very dangerous. That could have been a big accident if he wasn't careful. So you got Norman Bruce right now currently on a lap. Let's see as he crosses the line how well he's gonna do on his qualifying lap time attempt. This is a 1:03. Not the best lap times. He could definitely be improved for sure. As Juan is in the pits right now. Rafael Oliveira now negotiating this 27th, this Jeddah circuit. Very left, right, left, right, left, righty. But that's the fun of it, I guess, for some people. Just the commitment and bravery as we see for that. Pretty much that is the bravest corner I think out of all the circuit, really, for me. You just have to turn the car and hope it sticks. Otherwise, you're in the barrier. Or you hit the tires and you're in the barrier. As yes, is the final corner now. Let's see. Is he going to improve? Very much so. Is he going to be past the rest? Right now, let's see as he crosses the line. And it's going to be a 1:11. So, not the greatest of lap times for there. As Juan is currently pushing on the qualifying lap right now. Exiting the final corners. Goose is just about starting his lap. And now Phoenix is really starting his lap right now as he negotiates with Antonio Carrera, who is holding him up very much badly from Antonio. And Oliveira there has put it into the pits. And look at that, Antonio Carrera just holding up Phoenix there. Phoenix must be absolutely furious with his driving antics. And I'm sure he's gonna be complaining in the pre-race briefing for that, for sure. And so Ivanov has bent it again. Samuel with another mistake. in qualifying, just driving generally. That is a good sign. As Christian Libenoff has spun himself, is he going to be able to recover it? I think he might be able to. I think he's just waiting on oncoming cars to pass him. And I think the track is... No, he's still got a little bit more traffic on him. As he rolls, and I think he's good to go. No, he stops again. I'm not sure what he's doing. He could have potentially just waited it out in the pits. He stops again. I mean, I'm not sure what Christian is doing, but that's what he's doing. As Lozzi goes P6, the guy who had issues earlier has, you guys can see, he's putting in P6 as Nassim has made a mistake through turn 1, as Christian is still stuck through there. And there we go, he's finally out of the pit, and he is able to go. So the qualifying lap is Jorge is slowing down to let Team Dice Rafael through. As we got a minute forward to go, Samuel on his penultimate lap, really, if you have to be honest, as he exits the corner. Now let's see how well he does in negotiating his corners, and could he potentially snag that little 1/10 or more, or he would just go over the board. Try to push him over, he hits the tire barrier there, and that is slowly lap over. As he going Bobby Goose, 2/10 down. Phoenix, he just started his own lap right now, as Lozzi and Joe Gratings have collided together, I do believe. That is quite unfortunate, but oh my god, look at look at Phoenix, just so much bravery for that corner there. Even though it was very much a double yellow situation. In real life, that you couldn't do that. As look at that, Fulvius getting so close to the barriers, and yep, he does pull out, and that's his qualifying over. He won't be able to get time to get another lap. As Goose across the start finish line now, he doesn't improve, but now this is the crucial moment for him. This qualifying lap has to be perfect. He wants to snag pole position away from Fulvio Phoenix. As the glass right next to me, I'm really worried that I'm gonna break, so I'm gonna put you away, my darling. And yeah, Gus Van Dormelen right now very well. He only improves by, he's only down by 2/10, which is of course no good. As Jason puts it in P3, and he's winning the Bulgarian war currently by 400. He's absolutely buzzing with that one. As now we go on board with Gus Van Dormelen. Let's see how he does through sector 2. He's going purple, and yes, they started, hits Oliveira, and that is a massive crash as Oliveira is upside down on the circuit. That is a very big collision, as Samuel has also spun himself. But that was a very big collision between the drivers. That is such a big collision between the drivers. I hope both drivers are going to be a-okay for the race. Emotionally, that is, of course. Because that collision looked very nasty. And yeah, it's unfortunate for Goose. He over-revved the mark, and that has probably cost him P1 in this session, as Fulvio Phoenix takes pole position ahead of Gus Van Dormelen. As Cabernet Krakos 19 down below, does he improve? Nope, he does not. But right now we're looking at P2, Gus Van Dormelen, the man who hit the instant barrier through 21 and 22, or 22 23, I'm not even sure, in P2. And here's the pole sitter you're gonna be seeing at turn 1. Fulvio Phoenix takes pole position for round 2 around Jeddah. That was such an exciting qualifying session. As we have a live radio from Christian Libenoff saying that he wants to smash his desk. I'm sure Gunther Steiner will see it that way, but yeah. So yeah, that's quite interesting from the qualifying world. 30 seconds, 20 seconds now to go to the start of this race, and I'm not sure what to expect really. Samuel has been really mistake prone. I do expect him to potentially make a mistake during the race. Hopefully he doesn't make one mistake that will cause a massive collision, you know, that's the hope. So I think I can see that he's listening to me. So Samuel, hopefully you're gonna be fine for the race. And yes, the cars are now on the grid. Cars are indeed on the grid for round 2. The two marshals right there signaling to Tony Freitas is the race director, I do believe this weekend. So he's waiting to Freitas. They're saying they're all good to go. As they have 30 seconds, the drivers to put fuel, check the tires, check tire pressures, check the wing levels, tune the dampers if they would like to. And we're soon about to go live for this epic showdown here, Formula Student, for round 2 around Jeddah. As we have 6 red lights. And we're waiting for them. 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, 6 lights. And it's go, go, go! Here for the Formula Student Grand Prix. This is an absolutely chaotic start. It's seeming like... And oh my goodness, is there going to be a collision in the back? As we switch to the helicopter cam, let's see. I don't think there's been a very big collision here at the start. I don't think there has been that big of a collision. And as Lozic is one of the people that's gained lots of places, I think there's been a massive collision at turn 1. I think involving Nassim. And look at the pack fighting each other. Oh my, Christian gets hit! And that is a massive collision! That is a very, very big collision for Christian Libenoff. As look at how many cars are tied together as this Norman Bruce is of the P12, but I do believe that Nassim has been caught up in the carnage, and he will be absolutely furious as he has to fight for the pack now again with this 80-lap race. It's going to be quite sprinting this race as the Nassim really tries to get around this side of Norman Bruce, but he blocks it absolutely beautifully. Now Norman Bruce, now Nassim, flat out for the station, he can't take it flat, tries to go around the inside, Norman blocks. And Norman is definitely defending very harshly. As Jorge agrees, it's a bad collision for the chicane. And Joe tries to get out of the way as best as he can. And he carries up the P and Jason of the P7, who was definitely caught up in the crash as well. And Ethan Mills, as there's a car still stopped to the circuit, I do believe. I'm not sure who that was. But yeah, that person is stopped to the circuit. He's gonna be in danger out there. He has stalled the car or has fell asleep at the wheel, which is not suggested, but oh my goodness, we're gonna see unfortunately the collision at the start, but that's how it is at Jeddah with the track cameras. As the sim right now will be absolutely livid that he is currently in P9 after turn 1. He carrying P8 just ahead of him, Jason down to P7, but Ethan Mills has gained lots of positions here, as we now can see, because he is the biggest gainer of positions during the race start with 4 positions gained. Nassim down 4 positions, Oliveira down 3 positions. We got a Norman Bruce and Spun for the banking. Of course, that's quite unfortunate, but Samuel has gained 1 position as the cars there stopped on circuit. And who was that trying to weave? I think that must have been Juan weaving to get... I'm not sure what he's doing to get slipstream from him. He's not even moving, Juan. But yeah, look at how many people have gained positions. Ethan Mills, 4 positions gained. Nassim lost 3 positions. And the lowest was about gained 2 positions, so very, very good stuff from those drivers indeed. 0 of the pit stops have been made yet. And yeah, as we look at the Eternals there, as we try to switch cameras through here, Samuel Ivanov, as Juan is catching Samuel Ivanov in with only 7 tenths inside of him. Can Juan potentially do something? Ooh, very hairy for both drivers for there, but I think Juan was gotten the better out of the exit for that chicane. And Samuel again, maybe being very conservative right now to potentially not cause up any stir in the fight right here, as Juan is inside the slipstream range. I'm not sure what they're doing. Oh, but Samuel has hit Tojo through there, and that has definitely been slowing down and giving him damage. But I'm not sure what that guy is doing. He must be getting teleported to the pits by now. This is absolutely absurd from that driver. Rigged the race very bad, and that's 99 CPU opacity. Don't mind that. Oh, but Samuel, they both made mistakes, and look at that. Juan utilizes that mistake sort of, even though he took the same line that Samuel did, and he takes P3. The Spanish man is in P3. And as he goes through the corner there, absolutely very beautiful flat out for the station, but now Samuel will try to have a crack at him at the 21-22 complex here. Oh, it has bumped him, and he has to absolutely Alex Saub on him. And Juan is gonna be absolutely livid with Samuel in that maneuver. And Samuel, just like that, will be getting a 5-second time penalty for that collision. I'm almost certain of it. And oh my goodness me, wow. Juan is gonna be absolutely livid with that man. I could potentially ask Alexandre Torres is spun through there, but he must be getting out of the circuit because that could potentially intervene with the racing line. But yeah, that is, wow, why the collision indeed does. Nassim has passed Iker Mahavir, it seems like, for P8. We missed that overtake, unfortunately. Wow, commentating with the other overtakes us. Is now Juan is only winning 5/10 of his country, 3/10 now of his fellow countrymate Lozi, who is his first race in this season of Formula Student, as Juan takes a very good line now in the slipstream. Will he go for it? He's gonna try the same maneuver that Samuel did. Can he pull it off this time? He goes down the inside. He tries to leave enough room, enough respect, and this time doesn't do a Samuel and punt him off. And that is very good to see. Very respectful driving between both of these Spanishmen right here. To my amigos, as we get to the final corner now, and Fulvio finishing the fastest lap ahead of Goose. They are only separated by a second as they cross the line for lap 6. Alessandro Torres still there on the circuit. Juan tries to go down the inside of Lozzi, trying to compromise him. Can he get the cutback? Oh my goodness, this is very exciting racing here as they head towards this corner now. It's certain they're gonna make a collision. It's almost certain. Look at that. Look at that! Oh my goodness, and Juan has gotten past Lozzi through there very clearly, with very much respect given for both drivers, and that is very, 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 very good to see. Between drivers giving each other respect out there on circuit, as the Sim Ruler is catching a lot on Ethan Mills, one of the drivers who gained lots due to that first lap crash, which unfortunately we couldn't see, but Nassim, look at how much time he's gained. He's having to lift to stay behind him. As he's so enough, and Nassim has understeered through there because of Ethan's line. He has absolutely compromised him. Joe Gretix, I do believe, has spun it once again, and he has been passed by Christian Libenoff as they cut through the chicane now. Nassim, a little bit too much anger, not hitting the tire barrier though, which is I think the most important thing you can take out of that fight. But as they head towards now the exit of the final corner now, let's see if Nassim will be able to do anything. Yes, he is up his right bumper. He's trying to go right. Hopefully he doesn't hit Torres. Nope, he doesn't, but he gets very close to Torres, taking the brakes, hitting the curve on the brakes, and he has passed Ethan Mills. Lovely stuff as Christian Libenoff has spun, unfortunately, as we cut to him, and he has indeed spun as Ethan Mills drops down to P8 after that epic start that he had at the start. And we're already 7 laps into this race. Can't really imagine as the drivers, the leading pack here, Fulvio Phoenix, haven't seen much of him because their fight has been relatively quiet up until now, until we're showing them on the broadcasters. Oliveira is now within pretty much slipstream range of Antonio Carrera. I could see this potentially being the back midfield fight between these two drivers. Don't disrespect them, of course, but that's where they're located right now. Hopefully they will improve in the future and we can see them potentially fighting for podiums. But as you can see, they are very close to each other. Very little gap between them, only 5/10 separating each other. Let's see for the chicane now. Is there going to be any murder? 5th gear for Rafael, just take it safe. Could have taken a little bit more on the outside, but I'm sure he just doesn't want to risk it. He just wants to be behind Antonio. Pressure him to a mistake and gain that P10, that precious 1 point that he really does need currently for the championship. I'll switch now on board with Guus van Dormelen, who is still trying to grind away at Fulvio Phoenix to try and potentially pass him to gain the back, to continue with his win streak and make it a brace of race victories for him. As he takes a little bit wide, the one last. Oh, is that Phoenix done a mistake there? I can't see if that was a mistake or not. But Guus van Dormelen is now at the rear of him. Let's see what he does. As I think Iker has spun. And Juan also I think has spun through there. But Guus van Dormelen now is in the rear bumper of Phoenix, and this is very interesting stuff right now as Joe Grennings has retired from the race. Quite unfortunate to see a retiree as Jorge is slowed down to let the ball markers through. I think the second car to be lapped in during this race, but that's a very beautiful heli shot. But now we go on board with Guus van Dormelen as we switch between POVs of him. As you can see now, they're gonna go towards 21 and 22. Let's see who takes the ball. Oh my Goose with very much. Oh my goodness, he nearly puts it in the barrier through there, and that is he was playing with fire through there. Was Goose. He doesn't bin it, but he has lost a second and a half. The Fulvio Phoenix as Jason Milanoff is at the rear of Lozi in P4. Lozi, a very competent driver, so he will try to keep Jason behind as much as he can. Of course, now let's see if Jason will be able to do anything off the exit of this corner, because this exit could be crucial for his lap right now. Let's see. I think he's just going to be just outside of slipstream range, but he's getting back in it. He's now in slipstream range, as that car right there on the right is definitely intervening with the driver's line, and he should be disqualified permanently from the championship for his antics right now. As we're already on lap 10, this race has really flown by already. I really think that this race should have been longer, if I'm being honest with you guys. But that's the hand we've been dealt. And the drivers, and it seems like Jason has got a better exit than Losey as they head towards the backing quarter there. They're gonna go side by side. Yes, they are gonna go side by side. This is absolutely amazing. Jason with the outside. Losey is not able to defend over here. Yes, Jason takes the inside and gets the position for P4. An amazing overtake from Jason. I think definitely in my voting for overtake of the week. Oh my goodness, that was a very good overtake as Oliveira is still at the back of Antonio Carrera. Now in the battle for P10. P9, sorry, between both drivers. And I think that Oliveira has got a very good exit out of that corner. These two are definitely going to be fighting lots and lots and lots in this championship. I do believe, seeing that they're very equal on pace and skill. As Ethan Mills has spun it, I do believe, at the chicane. Yes, he has, as he rejoins very quickly. But now he's going to be swatted by the two guys in front. But let's see, will Ethan Mills defend? Will he pull out of the way? Not sure what he is going to do, but he is going to get passed by Antonio Carrera. Will Oliveira be passed by as well? Oliveira take a very inside narrow line, but that doesn't mean that he's able to get Ethan Mills. And Ethan Mills now down to P9, unfortunately. And yeah, Ethan Mills, after that very good start, unfortunately has just done a little bit too much mistakes. And as you can see now, we find again in the battle for P8 between both drivers right now. As they're a pack of cars right now. It was good for Dober that says the fastest lap by 100 of a second. And that was Ita. We know a very good round the backing corner. Oh my goodness, and that's a massive crash. And that is the very big crash for Ethan Mills. And he does manage to recover the car A-okay as he can. Mahavir comes around past him. Yes, he does. That looked like a very big one for Ethan Mills. Hopefully he will be A-okay to finish this race. Emotionally, of course. As Juan has also put into the pits. And Christian Libenoff has also... I saw him in the pits, but... Juan in the pits. Juan was in the pits for some strange reason. Did he forget to put fuel in the car? Whatever it is, it's an absolute disaster as he rejoins now in P9. Juan. Or has he taken new tires potentially? I'm not sure if the tires were recommended as well. He again has spun and he has disconnected from the race. As Fulvio Phoenix right now. Juan was ready to go up to P8. That must have been a very good overtake on Oliveira through there. As they're heading towards this complex right now. Let's see how well he does. Juan trying to slipstream pass Antonio Carrera. Boys again in slipstream very shortly. As Nassim and Lewis, I think are having a battle. Yes, they are for turn 1, 2, and 3. Vegarex and now heading towards 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6. 7. Nassim a little bit over. Turn 8, turn 9, turn 10. The right hander now turn 11. Let's see how he does. And he does a little bit okay. He's still in his slipstream range. Can he potentially go for a maneuver? The slipstream is very overpowering in this car. As Christian Libenoff has lost control of his vehicle again. But look at Nassim. He has gained so much time from there, but he had to lift to avoid a collision between both drivers right now. And Nassim on the rear bumper of Losey. And it seems like he has just got a better run on Losey, but just not able to capitalize. Now for the deadly chicane here. Both drivers trying to take the limit as best as they can. As we got Norman Bruce right there in front of them. Hopefully he doesn't intervene with this beautiful battle that we're gonna see with both drivers right now as they cross, as they go around the final corner to start their lap 14. As Alejandro Torres is still there on circuit. Oh my goodness, the same center down the inside! And oh my goodness, that was nearly a very nasty collision, but Losey was definitely put off by that as well. That was very aggressive, very hyper-aggressive as Rafael now on Antonio Carrera. Into the final corner. Is he going to be able to get the maneuver done? Antonio, will he able to outbrake him? Antonio is definitely going to the exit, but will Rafael be able to defend it? They're going to go side by side into the turn 1 complex. The Kier has spun, but we can't show it that yet. As they get towards the complex now, and Antonio has gained the position back. That is a very, very good overtake, must have been. As we're back now aboard, as now Nassim has definitely gone past Losey for P5. and I think that might be his max position. Let's now we focus on this fight right here between Antonio Carrera and Rafael Oliveira for both drivers right now. And it's very, very good to see as they head towards now backing Rafael a little bit more to the inside. And Antonio just getting that better exit, a little bit more traction there on the outside. Very beautiful exit. As Antonio runs a little bit wide. Rafael, this is Rafael's chance now. In the slipstream. Will he go for the maneuver? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. No, he's stuck behind. And no, he's not going to go for it. But Antonio runs a little bit wide, I think. Rafael with a little bit more inside. Let's see who's going to be able to get the better exit out between these two. I feel like Eminem right now, speaking so fast right now. Oh, yes, Goose is in the lead. Yes, Phoenix must. Oh, my goodness, that's a very big crash between both drivers right there. That is a very, very big crash between both drivers as he has lifted off as Ethan. As I think that must have been Goose for Doublet past the two drivers. But yes, Goose for Doublet is in the lead. Thank you, Chad, for telling me. I didn't notice that. I was way too fixed on the midfield battle. But yes, Goose looks like he's gonna make it 2 for 2 currently right now, because Phoenix, I'm not sure if it was a collision or a spin or whatever it might have caused there. Phoenix is down to P2, and that is quite unfortunate to see. But now we're still on board with this battle right now between Antonio Carrera and Rafael Oliveira. These two are giving each other a very good run for each other's money, as Iker is in the pits himself as well as he disconnects. I think that's a retiree, unfortunately for Iker. Quite unfortunate. Quite a skilled driver, just wasn't his day today, I would assume. But Rafael Oliveira and Antonio Carrera having a very much of a ding-dong battle between the drivers right now, as slowly is just losing time on the sim, unfortunately. But Antonio with the inside line, Rafael with a little bit more outside line. I think that was the best of exits that he could have potentially taken. He needs to have used that curb to gain that position. But yeah, what a very intriguing battle between these two drivers right now. But Guns Dominic currently in the lead, crossed the line for lap 17. This is gonna be his penultimate lap of the race, as he has crossed the line now. Look at Antonio's not mistaken. Rafael is through. Finally, Rafael has been able to crack the code and come and pass him cleanly. And Rafael Oliveira, the Brazilian man, up to P8, the South American driver has gone past Antonio Carrera for P8, and that would be 4 points, I do believe, in the championship. As one up down in P7. Unfortunately, not the best race of him, as I think as Goose takes the white flag to cross for the final lap of the race. And let's stay on board with him for this lap and enjoy his final lap here around Jeddah and potentially his race victory, as Antonio Carrera is still trying to keep pace with Rafael Oliveira. As you can see now, we're switching. Look at the focus there required from him. That's Fulvio Phoenix coming to lap. As you can see, he's saying, "Get out of my way, you two back markers," and I'm sure they will comply with those rules as long as they're being respectful to him on this final lap right there between both drivers. As Goose is coming across the danger corner, very careful, 6th gear, not taking any risk whatsoever. He doesn't need to. He's got to take a gap for crying laps. As Jason is slowly catching up to Samuel, because I should keep it in P3. But now Goose through the final corner. He's gonna cross the line and take another victory here at Formula Student, and it's a brace at the Middle East rounds as he takes the victory here at Formula Student Grand Prix. A very lovely achievement for him, as Fulvio Phoenix slipstreaming the two back markers, and he's gonna take P2. Very frustrated for him. I know he's feeling very frustrated right now. As Christian Libenoff has spun, and Samuel Ivanov is gonna cross the line to gain P3 in the championship, rounding up the podium. As oh my goodness me, the drivers are crashing into each other post race. That is absolute disgraceful behavior between drivers. And then Sim crosses the line for P5. Lozy is gonna cross the line for P6. Yes, he does. And Juan is one of the last drivers are waiting on for him to finish with the lead lap, and he's gonna cover out here as Norbert Bruce finishes his lap. Christian Libenoff is at the chicane, spinning as Juan crosses the line, and now we're really waiting on Christian Libenoff to cross the start finish line and round up this race around Jeddah, which has been quite the race. Oh boy, what a race. I'm not sure what happened. We have to speak to Goose, see what happened between him and Phoenix because we missed it on the stream. If it wasn't for the chat putting it out, the Goose was deleted. I wouldn't have noticed. But yeah, that's all the drivers who have now finished the race. Goose in P1, that's his pit box. Phoenix in P2. Some of you in P3 there at the barrier. Lowe's is still there on circuit on his cooldown lap. And yeah, this has been a lovely Grand Prix if you ask me. These 18 laps really did fly by. There was almost action on every single lap, so it's very good to see that at least the Formula Student Grand Prix version of Jeddah could be very intriguing for racing. So as he crosses the pit line, and he's gonna go down to his pit box to cool down, and he doesn't need brake for his pit box, and I'm sure he's gonna leave the server as we are about to leave the server right now and trying to get the updated standings as soon as possible. But now we know who has won this race. Guus van Dommelen has won the Jeddah Grand Prix, and it makes it a double, makes it a Middle East a Middle East race. We got 15 viewers post race. Thank you for everybody joining us here for this race. As now we have, I can finally change the TBD. It's going to Guus van Dommelen. Hopefully I can spell it this time correctly. Let me check. I do believe that's how we say. Oh no, I put two S's in there. My bad. I'm not the best with Dutch names, as you guys can see. But yeah, that has been a lovely Grand Prix. We're gonna try and get some of the drivers on board for an interview very shortly. But wow, it was a very good race. I want everybody to chat, everybody in the chat to put. Yep, thank you for pointing that out. I want everybody in the chat to put who do you think was their driver of the day. For me, my driver of the day will probably have to go to a bit of an outside one, but I'm gonna go with Rafael Oliveira for his 5-motory Carrera. That was very lovely to watch, and I think he has performed very well for his expectations. So shout out to Oliveira. If you're listening, mate, you have won my driver of the day. And yeah, it has been lovely. His battle has been lovely. And yeah, hopefully we get more of those coming around very shortly, as we're trying to interview the drivers very shortly, as I think I'm gonna get Samuel in the voice code to talk about his accident with Juan Gramage, hopefully. And yeah, so we're gonna try and get Samuel here in the commentary box any minute now, and hopefully he'll be able to join us. Yeah, as there he is. Hello, Samuel. Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me all right?
Yep.
Alrighty, well, Samuel P3. Again, that third step of the podium. Two top podium in a row. That's a very good consistency. Are you going to try to continue that to the next round?
Yes. I didn't have much time to practice because I have BGF1 tomorrow, and my whole concentration was to get well performance there tomorrow. So yeah, wish me luck. But this track is garbage.
Well, I mean, again, P3 for you, very good. I must assume. Well, you also, the one thing that I really want to talk to you about was that collision you had with Juan for P3. You basically punched him off the road. Do you expect a penalty after that, or do you think you'll be able to get away with it?
I don't know. I don't know. Actually, I didn't expect that to happen.
Do you
So I don't know.
do you think it was your fault, or do you think it was Juan's fault for that collision?
I think it was both because I have to expect these things to happen, but I broke earlier, but he broke even earlier than me. So yeah, it was stupid. I apologized to him, of course, but I don't think that was enough. So yeah.
Well, you know the traditions. Can you say who was your driver of the day without saying yourself?
Phoenix because he was fast today, and he deserved the win. Whatever happened on track, I'm not pretty sure what happened. I think it was a back marker, and Sim told me. So yeah, he is my driver of the day.
Well, and of course, next round I do believe is Imola, if I'm not wrong.
I think
Um,
it's Albert Park actually.
is it Albert Park? That shows you how
I'm
much I
not
know the
sure.
calendar. Well, we're gonna clarify that right now. So we know. But I do believe next round will be Imola.
Oh,
It is
it's
a
Imo. Okay, I
no,
don't know the calendar.
no, it is Australia. It's just
Oh, really?
they
Okay,
have.
so I'm not walked in maybe for the race.
Yeah, at least now I know which circuit we're going to next. But how do you feel about that race around Australia?
I think I have pole position or what, some kind of that thing. I remember something brilliant happened there and something awful happened at the same time. So yeah. I'm looking forward to it. Maybe I'm not sure actually. I, I yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, Samayo, you beat your countrymate Jason. How does that feel?
Good.
Just good. All right. Well, thanks
Yeah,
Samayo for
but
joining
I
me.
didn't beat Goose and Phoenix, so that's bad. But
Bye for your
I
standings. Yeah.
think I will beat them at some point, maybe.
Maybe next round.
They're body fast,
Yeah. Right.
but
Well,
I will
thank you,
prepare.
Samayo, for joining me in the interview area. It has been a pleasure talking to you again. Hopefully, we talk to each other in 2 weeks' time for Albert Park.
Yep. Bye bye.
Bye bye. And you heard the man's was right there. P3, two P3s in a row. Of course, he wants that to bridge that little bit of a gap between himself and the top two guys of Phoenix. And Phoenix and Goose. As we're gonna try to go over to Goose to have an interview with him. Hopefully he will be able to join us. In the meantime, I think we're trying to get Nassim if Goose will not be able to join us. But yeah, that has been a lovely. Yeah, we are getting the confirmation the Goose will be joining us any second now. So while we wait for him, I want everybody in the chat who is still here to put who do you think was your driver of the day. Like I said, I didn't see many suggestions, so feel free to send your suggestions in the chat for driver of the day. As we have Goose Van Domelen here in the interview area. Goose, can you hear us well? Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, I can hear you.
Well, that is great, lovely words. So two wins in a row. How does that feel?
Yeah, it feels really great. But yeah, I'm not that happy because Phoenix crashed. He was ahead, so he actually deserved to win a bit more, I think. So yeah, and that's a bit shame. So not really happy, but yeah, it's of course good to have the points because this track was really hard for me. I couldn't just find a really good setup. So yeah, I'm just really happy to win, but also a bit yeah, and not so happy because yeah, it wasn't really deserved. But yeah, on and on, I'm yeah okay with it.
I see. Well, of course, Phoenix got an unfortunate crash. We took inheritance one race from that point on, but I really want to ask you, were there any points in the weekend where you felt like Phoenix was destined to win this? Like, in which lap were you like, oh, he's gonna win this unless a miracle happens?
Yeah, it was just yeah, I think it was like half of the race, and then it was very close. I was right in his slipstream. So I wanted to go over taking somewhere, but I misjudged because of the slipstream and my speed going into the last chicane. So I just hit the tire on the outside of the first corner of the chicane, So then he had just a massive gap. So then I just felt like, oh no, he's gonna win. This is it's not coming my way this time. But then he had a crash with the back marker, of course. So then things in the end came my way. But yeah, it's a bit unfortunate for him, of course.
Yeah, we're getting some team radios now from Phoenix that he's pretty mad at a bug marker, which is unfortunate. But Goose, I want you to answer. Who do you think who was your driver of the day without saying yourself?
Driver of the day, I think Silvio was driver of the day because just of qualifying, I just couldn't beat that time really. I was just trying everything. He just, yeah, it was too fast for me, and in the race it got really thrilling. But he was, I think he had a bit more speed, and he made just zero mistakes and just really unfortunate with the back marker. So I think he deserves a driver of the day.
Very good to hear if you're showing sportsmanship to each other. You know, you guys been there for a very long time, Bob. Goose, next round, Albert Park. How do you feel about Albert Park?
Yeah, I just love Albert Park. I think it's a great circuit to race on, especially qualifying. But it's a bit hard to overtake. But maybe with change to the track, it will be a bit more possible to overtake. So that will be great, I think. But yeah, let's see. I'm just confident for the Australia Grand Prix because yeah, I just really like that track, and the walls aren't as close as a Jeddah, so that's also a good thing.
All right. Well, you heard it from the race winner here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Goose, for joining me.
Oh yeah, no problem.
All right. See ya, dude. Love ya.
Yeah, bye. Love you. Good evening.
Yep. Good evening. And yep, that's Goose for your race winner. Yeah, that's your race winner right there, Goose. Of course. Yep, indeed, he is an alien. It seems that. So, yep, yeah, that was quite the race, wasn't it? Yeah, for Goose, he inherited the lead after that crash with Phoenix, and he has controlled it since. So, yeah, as we're gonna try to get Nassim to join us any minute now, hopefully, and yeah. Let's wait for him again. As I see a little bit, some of you guys are in the chat having fun as Nassim has joined us. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
How are you, Nassim?
I'm alright, a little bit sick, but I'm fine.
Well, let's hopefully get better soon. Well, that race was a bit of an up and down for you. Of course, turn one, you were involved in the collision. You couldn't really avoid it, but it is whatever. You fought your way back up to P5, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I got P5. Could have been P4 if I wasn't tight at the back, but whatever.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you have a pretty good performance out there from last to first, really.
Yeah, I was really pleased with my performance. I mean, my pace was extremely consistent, even through the extremely tricky last sector, where especially the chicane. It's extremely difficult to hit the inside wall or hit the tires. So I'm really happy with my consistency through there. And yeah, it was just working my way through the field, trying to keep my nose clean, because I know that other drivers might make a mistake, which did happen with, what is it, Losey, I believe. He hit the tires on the end of the sector 1. So just keeping my nose clean, and then I got into P5, and that was really the maximum after being spun out after turn 1.
I see. Well, you know, you've been collecting some points in the championship. You're looking a little bit better.
Well, yeah, I hope this race and Bahrain last time when I made that mistake, I hope these are gonna be my worst results, because I feel like my pace is alright, and then obviously I usually have pretty good starts, so I should definitely be able to make some inroads in on Jason and who is it, Sam Will, because like we're pretty equal on pace. So I'm gonna try to get P3 in the standings again, but if not, it's unfortunate. I can maybe pin it on the first two races where I could have gotten a better result, but yeah, it's whatever.
You know, stuff happens. You just have to move on. Us. We have the updated standings on the screen. You're only 10 points away from Samoyu, so all it takes for you is to have that one good weekend, and you could potentially be out to P3 in the standings. So it's definitely gonna be very interesting between you guys there at the front. Well, now I've come full circle to the question of why I speak to drivers. Who is your driver of the day without saying yourself?
That's a tough one. Me personally, I haven't really seen any standout performances through this race, so I don't really have any options to choose between. So I'm probably gonna have to go with Phoenix because he was simply the one with the best outright pace. I think looking at the leaderboard, he was pulling away before he had that incident with the backmarker with Iker, I believe, at the last chicane. I had a look at it, which is unfortunate. So yeah, I think Phoenix is gonna be my only option because I don't really have any other alternatives, and he had the raw pace.
I see. Well, and also Nassim, next round, Arbor Park. How do you feel about that?
I'm looking forward to it. I like the track. It's obviously gonna be updated, so it'll have slightly different dimensions. The updated layout as well. I think it'll be the first updated track layout that we'll get in a sense in any game really. I think so. That should be fun. I have already worked a bit on the setup, but it seems the track is gonna get updated. It's probably gonna be a bit useless, but I have found a few things this weekend which might help me in future races. So we'll see how it goes then. I'll be aiming to try and get ahead of Jason or Will that race without having contact. So we'll see how it goes.
Yep. Well, thank you, Nassim, for joining me in the interview booth. It's always a pleasure speaking to you. Hopefully, we get to speak to each other in 2 weeks' time when you're a race winner. See you, Nassim.
See ya.
See ya. And just like that, 3 drivers interviewed, and that's gonna be our broadcast here for round 2 around Jeddah. That has been a lovely weekend, I have to say. Action every single lap, always something happening on circuit. A very quick developing race, and it was really fun to commentate on this race, guys. It's been a pleasure. My name has been Van, and I'm gonna leave you guys with the trailer as I'll be saying goodbye to you guys, and have a lovely evening or morning or lunch, whatever you live in the world. And hope you guys have a nice one. And please join the movement of changing the size of racing. See you guys. Bye.